Thanks, Chair. Look, I'd just like to begin again by commending the work of NEFIT and all its members in the last few months. It's much appreciated. Can I just first ask about meat factories and meat plants? In my own constituency, we have a village, Watergrass Hill, with a meat factory where there was 120 cases a number of weeks back. Can I just ask for clarity on the HSA inspections? They seem to be primarily pre-announced inspections as opposed to random inspections. I was just wondering, could you give me clarity on why that is the case, and will that continue to be the case? The second question I have just relates to buses. I suppose, as Deputy McGrath mentioned, we're in the week when we're returning to school, and the advice given by NEFIT over the last 7-8 days has been to change the position on face masks on buses for certain students. I was just wondering, could that decision have been made a lot earlier? I suppose it's caused a bit of confusion in bus and coaching circles where people are scrambling now to organise buses, and I suppose I'm just looking for clarity on how that decision was made and could it have been made earlier. And my final question just relates to guidelines for social gatherings in private homes. They're quite clear. The guidelines for gatherings in gyms are clear. However, there seems to be a bit of confusion about gatherings which might take place in community settings. Are those gatherings still subject to the 6 indoor rule? I'm referencing classes like Lamaze classes, antenatal classes, I suppose meetings of that nature that would occur in a community setting. And also I know Jennifer Mernan O'Connor earlier mentioned specific reference to dance classes, and could those types of groups be split up? And again, do dance schools in themselves come under the remit of education guidelines or community, and could you just give a bit of clarity on that? Thanks.
Thank you, Deputy. Just in relation to the buses, we didn't change our guidance in relation to face coverings in recent days. What we did is we clarified the position, just simply said that teenagers on school buses should do what they currently do if they get on any other public transport, which is to distance and, of course, to wear a face covering. The gatherings of 6 and 15, yes, dance classes should be a maximum of six people. And apologies, your first question, Deputy.
Yeah, it was just in relation to the meat plants and the testing for random versus pre-announced inspections.
By the HSA. Sorry, I'm not in a position to speak for the Health and Safety Authority.